Welcome to Academic Gain Tutorials. In this video, we will discuss about the Dividend Income Ladder Strategy for monthly cash flow. This strategy is designed to spread dividend payments throughout the year so that investors can receive a smoother and more predictable stream of income each month. First, set a clear monthly income goal. Decide how much cash flow you want your dividend portfolio to generate every month. For example, if your target is $1,200 per month, your total annual dividend income goal will be $14,400. Setting a specific target makes it easier to calculate how much capital may be required and how the portfolio should be structured. Next, estimate the capital needed to reach that goal. The basic formula is capital needed equals the annual income goal divided by the expected average dividend yield. For example, if the annual income target is $14,400 and the portfolio produces an average dividend yield of 4.8%, the estimated capital requirement will be approximately $300,000. However, actual results may vary depending on dividend changes, taxes, fees, and market conditions. After that, understand how the dividend ladder works. Most dividend-paying companies distribute income every 3 months, but they do not all pay during the same months. Therefore, the portfolio can be divided into 3 payment groups. Group A may contain investments that pay in January, April, July, and October. Group B may contain investments that pay in February, May, August, and November. Meanwhile, Group C may include investments that pay in March, June, September, and December. By combining all 3 groups, investors can create dividend income during every month of the year. In addition, 1 or 2 reliable monthly dividend payers may help smooth the cash flow even further. Then, build a diversified portfolio mix. Instead of relying on only one company or one sector, combine different types of income-producing assets. For example, the portfolio may include 40% dividend-paying stocks, 25% real estate investment trusts, 20% dividend exchange-traded funds, and 15% utilities or defensive companies. This is only an illustration, and the correct allocation will depend on the investor's goals, risk tolerance, time horizon, and financial situation. Diversification can reduce concentration risk, although it cannot completely remove investment losses. Following this, match the expected income to the calendar. Estimate how much each holding may contribute during every month and record the payments in a 12-month dividend calendar. For example, January may provide around $1,050, February may provide $1,180, and March may provide $1,240. The amounts may rise or fall throughout the year, but the objective is to reduce major gaps between months. If one month is significantly weaker, an investor may add another suitable company from that payment group or adjust the position sizes of existing investments. At the same time, focus on stability and long-term dividend growth. A high dividend yield alone does not automatically mean that an investment is safe. Investors should examine whether the company has a sustainable payout ratio, strong operating cash flow, a history of maintaining or increasing dividends, and a reasonable level of debt. It is also important to maintain an emergency cash reserve outside the investment portfolio so that personal expenses do not depend entirely on dividend payments. Moreover, investors should review the quality of the companies included in the ladder. A dividend may be reduced or suspended when a business faces declining profits, heavy debt, weak cash flow, or difficult economic conditions. Therefore, it is better to select financially strong companies rather than choosing an investment only because it offers the highest yield. Dividend growth, financial strength, and business stability can be more important than a temporarily attractive payout. Next, review, reinvest, and rebalance the portfolio regularly. Surplus dividend income may be reinvested to purchase additional shares, which may increase future dividend payments through compounding. However, if one investment becomes too large or one monthly payment group becomes too weak, the portfolio may need to be rebalanced. Investors should also replace companies that show signs of an unsafe dividend and review the portfolio's yield, dividend growth, sector exposure, and overall diversification at least once every year. For a simple example, imagine that the target is $1,200 per month. Using an estimated portfolio value of around $300,000 at a 4.8% average yield, the investor may select approximately 12 holdings across the 3 quarterly payment groups. 1 or 2 monthly dividend payers may then be added to reduce income fluctuations. The final result could be a more balanced and predictable monthly cash flow pattern, although dividend payments are never guaranteed. Overall, the dividend income ladder strategy begins with setting a clear income target, estimating the required capital, spreading dividend payments across the calendar, diversifying among different investments, and regularly monitoring portfolio safety. The main objective is not simply to chase the highest yield, but to create a reliable, diversified, and sustainable income system that can support long-term financial goals. This content is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial or investment advice. Always conduct your own research and consider consulting a qualified financial professional before making investment decisions. If this short video was helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.